Yes, I want to continue. Are we on? All right. Okay. Hello. If you can see me, guys, can you write a little message on the Q&A just so that I know that you can see me and hear me all okay? Because I can't see you. But we'll get started, and fingers crossed, all is working okay. I would say it's great to see you, but I can't actually see you, which is really gutting because I was hoping to see you. But never mind. I can see that I've got 9 people in the lesson so far, so that's okay, and we can make a start. I hope we're all okay because I'm happy to be here. I'm healthy and well, so I hope you guys are too. Okie doke. Right. So for today's lesson then, guys, we're going to explore a text as a reader and as a writer from one of my favourite books, Stormbreaker. To be successful then with this lesson, we're going to need to sequence key events that have taken place. We're going to need to explain why the writer has chosen to use certain skills, and we're going to need to make accurate predictions about what might happen next. Okay, so this is the text that we are going to be looking through. It's from a chapter called 12 o'clock. So for the first part, I'll read it through, and if you guys can kind of follow it through as I'm reading, or you can read it to yourself, that's absolutely fine. Think about as we're reading it through what the key events are as it's happening. Okay, so in this section, what are the key events that took place? What is it that Alex does? Alex has managed to escape his captives and hijacked a plane to get him to London, and quickly before all chaos breaks free, killing millions. The chapter's called 12 o'clock. Alex heard the clock from about 300 feet, with the roof of the Science Museum rushing towards him. He had seen the building just after the plane had crashed. It hadn't been easy to find, with the city spread out like a 3-dimensional map right beneath him. On the other hand, he had lived his whole life in West London and had visited the museum often enough. First, he had the Victorian jelly mould that was at the Albert Hall, directly south of what was a tall white tower surmounted by a great dome, Imperial College. As Alex dropped, he seemed to be moving faster. The whole city had become like a jigsaw puzzle, and he knew that he only had seconds to piece it all together. A wide, extravagant building with church-like towers and windows. That had to be the Natural History Museum. The Natural History Museum was on Cromwell Road. How did you get from the Science Museum to there? Of course, turn left at the lights up Exhibition Road. And there it was. Alex pulled at the parachute, guiding himself towards it. How small it looked compared to the other landmarks. A rectangular building with a flat grey roof jutting in from the main road. Part of the roof consisted of a series of arches. They were a dull orange in colour, curving one after the other. It looked as if they were made of glass. Alex could land on the flat part and look through the curved windows. He still had a gun he had taken from a guard. He could use it to warn the Prime Minister. If he had to, he would use it to shoot Herod Sale. Okay, guys, I'm going to give you about 30 seconds to a minute between that time to sequence the key events. I'll give you a clue. There's about 3. Okay, what are the main things? Not too much detail. What are the events that take place? Okay, I'll give you some time to have a go at reading through, thinking and writing those events down. It's all right, Mr. Martin's here just helping me out with a few technical things. I've got a big thumbs up. All is good. Okay, I'll just give you another 15 seconds. Okie doke. So we should have had. Oh, there we go. So the very first thing that happened was that Alex had hijacked a plane and he's flying over London. That happened right at the top. Okay, in the italics. Don't forget that is still part of the extract. The second thing that happened was that Alex crashed the plane and he jumps out with a parachute. And then finally, Alex is figuring out a route to his destination. He's trying to figure out where to go, how to get there. Okay, so the second part, the exact same again. We've got the second part to the extract. And if you guys can sequence the next key events in chronological order, so the order that they happen in, that'd be brilliant. Somehow he managed to maneuver himself over the museum, but it was only as he fell the last 100 feet, as he heard the clock strike 12, that he realised two things. He was falling much too fast, and he had missed the flat roof. Next to the flat roof was a second roof made of wired glass with a plastic sheeting over the top. This was the orange roof Alex had seen. He crashed into it feet first. The roof shattered. He continued straight through into an inner chamber, just missing a network of steel girders and maintenance ladders. He barely had time to register what looked like brown carpet stretched out over the curving surface below. Then he hit it and tore through that too. It was no more than a thin cover designed to keep the light and dust off the glass underneath. With a yell, Alex smashed through the glass. At last, his parachute caught on a beam. He jerked to a halt, swinging in midair inside the East Hall. This was what he saw. Far below him, all around him, 300 people had stopped and were staring up at him in shock. A bridge made of green glass slats stretched across the hall. There was a futuristic information desk in front of it. At the very centre of everything was a makeshift stage. He saw the Stormbreaker first. Then, with a sense of disbelief, he recognised the Prime Minister standing, slack-jawed, next to Harrod Sale. Alex hung in the air, dangling at the end of a parachute, looking into the villain's eyes. Okay, so use the text to sequence the next key events. I think there's about 3 or 4 key events that take place here. So as you're jotting them down, just have a think. Are they really important? I'll give you about 30 seconds to a minute at this point. I'm really tempted to pull some funny faces, but I'm not going to. I'm going to be well behaved. Another 20 seconds. Ten, 9, 8. Okie doke. Right, so we should have had that Alex was falling too quickly and he missed his landing spot. He then crashed into the orange roof. His parachute got caught and he's dangling over a crowd of people, and then he spots his target. And finally, the last part of the extract. Exactly the same again, ordering the next key events that take place. The security men were the first to react. Anonymous and invisible beforehand, were now swarming towards him, guns in hands that were once empty. Alex had also drawn his weapon from his holster. Maybe he could explain why he was there before Sale or the Prime Minister activated the Stormbreakers, but he doubted it. Shoot first, ask questions later. A line he'd remembered from a terrible film, but even bad films were right. The bullets echoed around the room, surprisingly loud. Now people were screaming and running. The journalists were punching and pushing as they fought over for cover from Alex. The first bullet went nowhere. The second hit the Prime Minister's hand a centimetre from the mouse, which was connected to the Stormbreaker. The third hit the mouse, blowing it into fragments. The fourth hit the electrical connection, smashing the plug and short-circuiting it. Sale had dived forward, determined to click the mouse himself. The fifth and sixth bullets hit him. As soon as the last shot was fired, Alex dropped the gun, throwing his hands up into the air in surrender. He felt ridiculous, hanging from a roof, his arms outstretched. But there were already a dozen guns now aiming at him, awaiting further instructions. Upon waiting for what happened next, Alex glanced over to where Sale had been, only to see that he had disappeared from sight. Okay, so about another 30 seconds to a minute. What are the next key events that take place? Just another 20 seconds. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so we should have noticed that Alex had shot some bullets. Whether you put 6, that's some extra information, that's a bonus. One's hit the mouse, the circuits, the Prime Minister, and Herod Sale. Following that, Alex gets surrounded by security officers. You could have also put that he surrendered to some security officers. The important bit is that the officers are there to protect the Prime Minister. And then finally, he's noticed that Sale has disappeared. Okay, so we've put this in there because over the last few days, explain has come up as something that's quite difficult, but that's okay. That's why we're here. So why does the author use short sentences in the extract? This question is really important to understand what the author's thinking and what the scene is trying to create. So think to yourself, what are short sentences used for? What's going on in this scene? And can you link the two together? Okay. So have a think about answering the question. What evidence is there in the text to help you to prove it? And then explain the importance of it. Why are the short sentences important? If you're struggling to find any short sentences, have a look in the first paragraph. There's quite a few in there. Give you another 10 seconds. Remember, with explain, it doesn't need to be a whole page. Okie doke. So the short sentences have been used to create tension and haste. Haste means to speed up, to add some speed to it. This is because it's a really important moment for Alex. In the text, it says that he was falling much too fast. This suggests that Alex has realised he's made a mistake, and so his heart might be racing. So at this moment, it's like a panic. It's, oh my word, I've made a mistake. So it's that realisation for Alex that something terrible could happen. Finally, the last bit, because this is going to help us with our next lesson, is what could happen next. Predict 2 possibilities at least that could happen to Herod Sale, the villain. Okay, he's disappeared, he's been shot. So what could happen next? It's quite near the end of the book. So have a think about what could happen. Try and think of 2 possibilities if you can. And if you've read the book, brilliant. Put one of them down, the ending that you know. But what else could have happened? What could the author have written? I give you guys, let's say, just over a minute for this, because there are so many possibilities that could happen at this point. have a think. There's no right or wrong answer either, but remember to use the text to help you to form your ideas. Whilst you're writing, just think, Herod Sale's master plan has failed because of Alex, this teenager boy. It's ruined his master plan. What would a villain do? What would the villain do in a film? What would you likely see? Okay. So we could have had that Sale could have maybe died from his wounds, because in the text it says that Alex had shot him twice. That could have happened because it's at the end of the text. That's something that might happen. In addition to that, he could have actually just been seen by some medical staff who had helped to keep him alive. This could help Herod Sale to form a plan to get some sort of revenge on Alex. Alex has ruined his plan, so being the villain, he's going to want to get revenge on him. If you've got some other ideas as well, pop it in the Q&A. So I'd love to hear all the other ideas that you guys might have come up with. So what's next? You guys are going to be given the very end, and you're going to create the ending that you would like to happen. So you're going to be given the extract that follows this, but there's going to be a ... moment, and you then are going to create what happens after that. Thank you for watching, guys. We would love to see what you've come up with, and like I say, there's a Q&A bit down the side, so if you've got any questions, please type them in there. I'm around for the minute, so I'll be happy to type in any answers to any questions that you guys have got. And also, anything you've done today, anything you've done yesterday, and anything you do tomorrow, don't forget to send it to the email. So myself, Mrs. Homer, Mrs. Leslie, we can all look at it, because we have been, and we've been giving you guys some feedback, and we've loved doing it. Right. I can see and hear you. Thanks, Olivia. Woo! Let's send you a little one back. I've got an anonymous, we can hear you. Yay! Have a smiley face for that one. Oh, I've even got a hi. Hello. Hey, Sophie. Oh, yes, we've got loads. Hello, Jessie G, and I'm here. Can we see other people at the end? Unfortunately not, no. But that's what WhatsApp and all that's there for. You can call each other. But you can see me. That's the best bit. Sorry, Mr. Beveridge, I lost connection for about 10 minutes. Ah, Evie, it's okay. Don't worry. This video is going to be put onto YouTube and onto the drive. So don't worry, anything you've missed, it's all going to be there. You won't have missed anything. As it will be on the drive and YouTube. Oh, he died and came back to life again. Well, that's an interesting one. I'd love to know how. I like that. That's cool thinking. A bit of sort of like Harry Potter wizardry coming back in there. Are we doing this again? I don't know the answer to that one just yet. I'll get back to you. If you do want to do it again, then just give us a call and we'll see what we can do. But I'm not sure. I didn't get the lesson. I didn't see anything until right. Okay. Like I say, Evie, don't worry. It's all going to be online, so don't panic, don't stress. You'll be okay. Hi, Sadie. Woo. We've got lots of anonymous people. Hello to you. Hello, Jacob. Lily May as well. Hello, Mr. B. Hello, Mr. or Miss Anonymous. What time are we looking at?
20 past.
Awesome. Hello, Mr. / Miss Anonymous. Make sure I spell it right this time. I spelt it wrong yesterday, you see. Are we coming back this year? That's a really good question. Yes, but not this academic year, I don't think, because there's only a couple of weeks left. So you'll definitely be coming back in September. So for year 6, we'll see you then. Yeah, but I don't know who your teacher is yet. Okay, but I'll be around, so I'll see you. But as I say, I'm not sure who your year 6 teacher is just yet. Is it Jess? It is Jess. I can see you. Oh, hello, Jess. Sorry, I misread it then. That was me. He might be magic. Oh, okay, nice. An evil magician then. Oh, man. I quite like this. I might not be able to see you, but at least I can get something back from you. That's great. Hi, Lily May. Oh, lots of highs. Where's the hay? Hey, I got Owen. Here's the boy team. I've got Jacob and Owen. Nice. I hope you're still doing lots of baking, Owen. Oh, thanks for asking, Jacob. I'm really well, thank you. How are you? Am I allowed to add in a baddie from the book? Yeah, of course. Definitely. Right. Oh, do you know what? I would say it's really nice to see you too, Evie, but I can't actually see you. But just to know that you're there, absolutely. I hope you're okay as well. When will we find out our new teacher? Is it Friday? Friday. You'll find out your teacher on Friday. I hope we're all excited though to come back. AKA Yasan. Oh yes, definitely. Yeah, defo. Good shout. Like the thinking there, Jess. Thinking back to previously in the book. Hi, me B. Why can't you see us? Good question. It's all private, so therefore, just to make sure that you're safe and I'm safe and we're all safe, it's just you seeing me. Yeah, it's gutting because I'd love to see you just to make sure that you're all okay and things like that. But as I say, just to make sure everybody's safe. I want to come back now. Oh, Lily May, heart melting moment. I wish you were back as well. Honestly, you all are missed dreadfully. Will we be able to have you again? Do you mean like this? An online lesson? No baking, but lots of scooting on the ramps. Sick! I hope you're getting a backflip in there then, Owen. But be safe. Wear a helmet, please. Can you see and hear us? No, I can't see or hear you guys at the moment. No, I can just read. Oh, missing you guys too. Right, hold on. Can I move that? Yeah, I can. Oh, bless. Right, guys. That is time. So I've got to end the lesson there. But if you guys want to call in, you want to email in, anything like that, please do. I'm on the other end. I'd love to speak to you and just make sure that you're all okay. So feel free to do so. If you've got anything, if you've been doing any work, any writing, any maths, anything, baking, scooting, like Owen, please, I'd love to see. All right, because I just want to make sure that you guys are all okay, and it'd be wicked to see you guys again. Okay, well, I hope to see you guys soon before the end of the year, but it looks like it could be September. So either way, I'll see you then. Smile!